Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to this video on Rocket League. This is my first video on the channel, and we are going to go over my in-game settings and what are the best settings to rank up with. Right now, I'm going to just go over each and every little spot, including free play and camera, sense, and basic controller settings. And yeah, let's get into it. All right. Gameplay, there really isn't anything you should worry about in here except for input buffer. If your internet is inconsistent, I would recommend switching to STS or CSTS. Other than that, I would just stick to default. Pretty good. Camera settings, I'm on Daniel settings right now. If you guys don't know, he's one of the best players in the world, best player in North America, tied with probably Beast Mode and First Killer. And he uses 110, 270, 100, -3, and 0.35. These last two are preference, but these are also what he uses. And demo transition time, I would keep this really low, anywhere from here down to here. And let me go to free play really quickly so I can show you guys a difference of what, that is not what I wanted to do, of what other pros might use. So some pros, like Exotic uses exactly this right here. Like he prefers higher camera settings. Pretty nice, honestly. Very similar to Monkey Moon's old settings, which Monkey Moon uses just this right now, which is still really good. Very similar to Daniel's. And if you want to do someone like, let's say, Drawley, this is what he uses, which is 90 -5 with 0.35 stiffness. It's honestly really nice. I kind of prefer the middle ground though, just so like I can still get control on my flicks, my dribbles, and of course my aerial plays. And Beast Mode uses something kind of like this, exactly like this, which I used to use these settings a lot, but I switched off because I wasn't feeling the best on them. And then some of the MENA players will use this. This is like the most common one the MENA players will use. And these are like old Sipical camera settings. If you guys remember Sipical from NA way back when, this is what he would use. And the MENA guys use these, specifically Killers and PRK. Roas is using just 0.45 stiffness instead of 0.4. But for field of view, I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Only really go down to 109, honestly. I wouldn't go any lower. Because, like, let's say if I use 100 and the rest is the same, like, you can't really see shit. It's so weird. Like, you can't see anything. So I would stick to 109 or 110. It's pretty nice. Distance, I wouldn't go any lower than 250. Yeah, we got Seiko using 230 and 240, but I wouldn't go any lower than 250, realistically. And then I wouldn't go any higher than 280, which is why I use 270. Height, I wouldn't go any lower than 90 and any higher than 110. Typically, if you want like nice even middle ground, I would stick with these. What I'm using right now, 100 -3, 0.35. What Zen, Daniel, and a lot of other pros use right now. Angle, wouldn't go any higher than -5 and -2 as the lowest. And if you're using -2, I would not go to 90. I would just stick on 100 height. 90 -3 is becoming a lot more acceptable. Like players like Frost here using it. Joyo used to use them back in 2023 for a little bit. But yeah, I would just stick with 100 -3 personally, or like 100 -4 or 5. And if you're going to use 90, I would stick with -4 or -5 for the most consistent results. But 100 -3 works the best, as I've said 1,000 times. Sorry about that. And stiffness, you have players like Eugen using 0.20, but I wouldn't go any lower than that, honestly. Honestly, I think 0.20 is too loose for me. So honestly, any higher than 0.60 is pretty bad, but and any lower than 0.2 is pretty bad. So, and 0.35 is like kind of in the middle. Swivel speed is how much your stick moves, how much your right stick, how fast your right stick is. Oh my god, if I could speak. Right stick uses it all the way up. Atomic uses it all the way up, and a couple other pros do too. Beast Mode uses something like 7. I believe he uses 7, unless he changed recently. Pretty similar, but has a lot more control. Daniel, Justin, and a few others use 4.7, which I kind of like this the most. It's nice in the middle, and it's easy to control. And then transition speed. This is how fast it takes for your car to switch between car and ball cam. So if I had it all the way down at 1, it's the slowest it'll be. And if I have it all the way up, it's instant. And this honestly gives me a headache, so I don't use it. But I can understand why people use it. AJ recently switched to it, but he also is not a pro, not anymore. So I would kind of just stick around. Again, it's preference, but I would recommend keeping it like 1.2 to like 1.5. Now, before we get into sensitivities, we're going to go through my controller settings. I pretty much just use app jack settings without arrow right, which is just jump on X, the default, boost on R1, power slide on L1, and arrow non-directional arrow on L1 with arrow left on square. He has arrow right on circle, but I never use arrow right, so no really point. And then I put scoreboard on my share button because it's out of the way. It's honestly really nice to have. And now for sensitivities, 1.3, 1.3, 0.05, and 0.70. 1.3 honestly is probably where I recommend most players using. I wouldn't really go any higher than 1.5. If you're like semi-low ranked, I wouldn't really go any higher than that. Like, I kind of think that this is the easiest to control. Daniel, Beast Mode uses, Atomic uses 1.5, sometimes 2. A lot of the NA pros will use 1.5 and 1.3. But if I'm being honest, if you were to go any higher than that, I wouldn't go any higher than 2. Like, I believe Joyo uses 2, and even 2 with a 0.06. This is what Frosty uses as well in NA Pro for complexity. But Frosty's kind of mid, so like, fuck that guy. 2.0 is okay. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but like I said, it can get a little harder to use as you go up in sense. So I would just kind of stick with 1.3 to 1.5. And I'm also going to go over presets really quickly. It won't take me too long. You can always pause to get the colors. Default Octane with Black Neural Network. I'm going to speed this part up as I go through the presets because honestly, it'll take fucking forever. All right. That is all of my presets. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions and want to see more from me, make sure you drop a follow, drop a subscription, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.